Hello, Living Grace Church and friends everywhere. Just really good to connect again. Now, hey Dirk, how are you feeling? Monday morning?
Well, Monday morning, more news, huh?
Yeah, more news.
Now it's more restricted than ever. It's like,
Yes.
down to 2. We're still 2, and we're still doing our social distancing, and we're doing it for work and for the purposes that we're assigned to. So, other than that, we still, go back to our homes and do the same thing that everybody else is now doing, isn't it?
But, I have to admit, the news, because, so Sunday afternoon we have 4, 5, 6, so the number we are allowed, and now, even that is cut out. I mean, at least once a week, you get together with a few people. And,
Not anymore.
And, to think, 6 months, I go feel rising. Hey, we're going to pray, this is going to be shortened. This just can't be. You just feel locked in, like in prison.
I had an interesting word before you pray. I thought this might actually be very interesting for us today. It was I remembered a verse, and I had to look for it. I asked Penny where it was, and she sort of thought it was there, but then found it. It's in John 16:32, and it says, here Jesus is speaking, "Behold, the hour is coming, indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, each to his own home, and will leave me alone. Yet I'm not alone, for the Father is with me." And I thought,
What a verse.
yeah. And
Where was that again?
John 16:32. You're going to be scattered into your homes. You're going to leave me alone, but I'm not alone because I've got the Father.
Yes.
And I think that's the word too. We're not alone. We've got the Father. We've got our connection there. The connection with God is still there. It doesn't matter about the scattering.
Yes, that's true. That's an anchor. That's a foundation. But man, you have to rearrange your life just completely. I got a verse here in Colossians 1. And Paul is writing to new Christians, and he heard about them, and he says, for this reason, since the day we heard about you, we've not stopped praying for you and asking God to fill you with the knowledge of his will through all spiritual wisdom and understanding. So that's Colossians 1:9. I find it interesting. So ever since Paul heard about these Christians, he prayed about them all of the time. But what did he pray about? That they would know the will of God.
Yeah.
All spiritual wisdom in their situation. And we want to pray the same for you, because everything's changed. And all of us, we need wisdom, and we need to know, what does God want us to do in this situation? We can't meet as before. We can't do the same programs as before. But God still has an intent, a will for our lives. And what is it? And so we keep praying about that, and God may show you where he wants to use you, because I'm sure the world is in need more than ever. There's all this fear, and then there's all the practical needs. I mean, today, for instance, I've been waking my brain how I'm going to do this. There's an older couple at Living Grace. They haven't come to church in years, but now they're even more isolated, and they're not connected online. And so I just want to find a way that they can actually join our Zoom meetings and Bible study, whatever. So, there are ways that we can help one another. And I just pray for that spiritual wisdom, that God will prompt you. What can you do? I mean, a neighbor just a few doors down went to all the people in our street handing out chocolates. They made chocolate cookies and whatever. And just an act of love and encouragement. So how good is that?
Well, the verse that you had there, and being scattered each to their own home, prayer is not social distancing.
No.
Prayer is actually divine connection.
Yes.
So in that, it's kind of like, even though we're scattered in prayer, we are always connected.
Yes.
And through Christ, there's a connection that is far beyond our human understanding even. It's not just the peace that surpasses all understanding, but our knowledge of what God will be doing when he connects us in prayer. And I think that's why Paul, and every time that he starts a letter, he's saying, thank you for the time that we have got together in prayer, and I can't stop praying for you, because he knows the secret of prayer.
Yes. Amen. Hey, encouragement.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that just together for today as the week starts, and every time the week starts with more news about less and less. But with God, there's always more and more. So it's about having faith now that in our being shrunk down, that God is going to give us the wisdom, the insight, the inspiration, all of that creativity about how God will use that small part for more, rather than, again, signing up and saying, okay, there's less and less.
Yes. Yeah, maybe in closing, we just encourage you to join our prayer meeting on Wednesday night, because it's on Zoom, the invitation's out. If you haven't received it via email, whatever, just email us and we just send out the details. And it's an invitation also, not just for our Toowoomba church members, but I guess our wider family and friends. You can just join in and join our prayer meeting Wednesday, 7 p.m. Have a great day.
Ciao.
Ciao.